Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video and welcome to 2024. Happy New Year! Hope you had a fantastic evening. But let's take a look at Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and the other films that released this weekend, the box office. It's interesting times because, of course, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is the last of the DC films and we're entering into a new year, a new era for DC as well. Which is very interesting stuff. So, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom has started to total up a reasonable amount worldwide, $250 million plus. In its second weekend has now beaten the Marvels globally, which is quite comical. But it's not doing great domestically, which is where it really needs to earn top dollar. But we'll take a look at the whole box office, because, yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. So, Aquaman basically took the second spot this weekend, but Warner Brothers overall has done very, very well this weekend. Actually, very, very well indeed. $700 million worldwide, at least in December anyway. So closing out the year of December and 2023 with a reasonable amount. Anyway, we'll dive into this today. Hit subscribe if you are new here. Turn the bell notifications on. Be good to have you here more often. No worries if not. But yeah, Deadline and doing their general reporting here, and Warner Brothers did a very interesting tactic. They released 3 movies against one another this weekend, well, last weekend, the sort of festive period. Anyway, it was Wonka, The Color Purple, and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Wonka has now moved off to be a success. People keep rolling in with my video where I said it bombed. It bombed opening weekend, but amazingly has staying power, which is unusual for musicals. And in fact, it's been unusual for musicals, kind of, all things considered, this holiday period, because The Color Purple was a musical as well that has done reasonably well. But yeah, Warner Brothers closed out the year with $700 million. Not too bad for December anyway. So what have we got? Well, Color Purple and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. So the combined split for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and The Color Purple is $277 million for domestic and $423 million at the international box office. And exhibitors not massively happy about it. Obviously, they're kind of putting on a brave face. I really want to salute David Zaslav and Warner Brothers for its courageous decision to hold its Christmas movie slate intact. The entire movie ecosystem needs for Hollywood's major studios to continue to release movies theatrically in significant quantity so that we can all survive and thrive. And when studios do, moviegoers the world over come out to theatres in droves. Wasn't exactly droves, but yeah, it's done okay. So basically, Warner Brothers saved theatres this weekend is the take home from this. So Deadline is very astute. January, there is nothing really releasing, so there's nothing going to compete with these movies. They may go on to make some more money, but they've not had a good holdover anyway, at all. So Paramount's Paw Patrol has done pretty well, $200 million globally, not bad. Universal's Trolls Band Together, closing in on $200 million globally as well. Migration crossed $100 million worldwide, with several markets still to open, so that's done pretty well. But what's the real meat of all of this? Well, of course, it's Warner Brothers movies. So Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, that moved to second spot. It generated an estimated $50.5 million from overseas markets. Overseas. So it's a 33% holdover drop worldwide, though, not domestic, from its opening weekend last weekend. So the offshore is now running at $173.6 million, which is not bad. And it's pretty telling, just as an FYI, that they lead with, $173.6 million global, domestic, to end with a global of 258.3, because obviously the domestic market still not that good. Still not that good. I'm sure they would have preferred to lead with the domestic market as taking X, Y, and Z. And a lot of this money actually comes from China, as an FYI, which I'm not sure if they've included it in here, but it had a pretty strong release in China. I mean, they say individual market holds were strong. France, 55%, Germany, 51%, Italy, 17%, Holland, 7%, Brazil, 9%, Mexico, 11%, UK, 12%, Spain, 23%, Taiwan, 32%, Malaysia, Singapore, 39%, all round. Yeah, Australia, 5.7 million, number one. So not too bad. It's actually 13% ahead of Black Adam, which was and still is to date the biggest grossing DC movie. But it's still not done that well. The money that it takes from China is pretty much non-existent because, of course, China's full of communists. And the Communist Party loves to take the money from Hollywood movies over in China. It doesn't do very well there. But it has now beaten the Marvels, which, who'd have thought that? Still losing money. You know, it's important to keep that in mind. Will this make money? Will it get anywhere close to that $1 billion? Probably not. But it's funny that the sequels to $2 billion movies have been monumental failures. You know, they just have. They've not been good. Now, interestingly, you got 25.6 million from IMAX. Not bad. Japan. That'll open January 12th. So the top 5 to date. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of its money. So China, 45.8 million. Now, it really is important to note that yes, it may be at, what was it, 258? 258 global. Okay. You can almost wipe, I don't know. It's not even 50%. China takes so much money. So you can wipe a lot of that off from China. So you're looking at probably, oh goodness me, anywhere from a little over $200 million or so. China takes, God, so much money, 70 to 80% of it. And the studios only see about 20 odd percent. It's not much that they see. So it's actually really bad that it's dominating China. Mexico's done really well for this film, 12.7%. 12.7 million, sorry, not percent. France, 9 million. Germany, 8.4. And Indonesia, 7.9. Done really well. But Wonka's the main success. I mean, Wonka has a global hit of $386.9 million now. Really, really good. Really good. For a musical, that's great, guys. That's genuinely great. And interestingly, top 5 markets, UK, $55.3 million. What? How surprising. Very, very surprising. Done okay in IMAX. It's not really the type of movie you need to see in IMAX. And it still has yet to open in Korea. Don't think that'll affect it much. Migration, done pretty well. 70% jump overseas, actually. So across $100 million worldwide. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we scroll down. And there's some other films sort of still holding on. Napoleon. Barely holding on. Barely holding on. So there we have it. I mean, it's in number 2 now. Number 2 spot. It's still not... Well, I mean, it is still a flop. It's not great. Comparable to the Shazam sequel. In some regards, in terms of, you know, by comparison to the first movie. And not a great end to the DCEU, as it were. Now, funnily enough, will it beat The Flash? The Flash did $270 million global. I think it will. I think it will. So, at least the end isn't the biggest flop in the DC universe. At least that still goes to The Flash in terms of its budget per profit. And I guess to DC fans, at least it beat the Marvels. At least it did that. So what do you guys think? Love to hear your thoughts. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve. Hope you're having a fantastic New Year's Day. We'll be back tomorrow with my podcast, The Hcast. Which, if you didn't know, I run a podcast twice a week. And you can find a link to the channel where the full episodes and clips go down below in the description box. Mr. H Reviews, live archives. Hit subscribe down there. Anyway, cheers guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.